Now, students, I hope at this stage you are well along the way and you've got your service items in. So I've done 3 videos for you there on your electrical installations, your lighting installations, your flow and return for the heat, and your hot and cold supply, your drainage. Okay, so all of that needs to be accounted for. Now, I'm just going to show you my sheets here. So here is my first sheet, and you can see now I've got my ground floor plan there. Let's just zoom into that. And I decided to leave the electrical items on the ground floor plan and the first floor plan because they're not interfering too much with what's going on there. So ground floor, first floor joists, wall plate, roof level, if you like, showing the trusses, the foundation plan, and our schedules that you did with Tom previously. So that's how I've laid out my plan sheet. Here's my elevations. We've got 4 elevations in there. Tom was saying that if you're doing a mid unit of the terrace, that perhaps you don't need the 2 end elevations, and that's probably fair enough. I've left a little space here, and the reason I've done that is that I'm going to put in some thumbnail 3D views, and we'll do that with you on the BIM class. Here's my 1:20 long section through the building there, and I showed you how to step that section so that we could get the threshold details, the head details, the stairs, and the same over here as well. And that's a handy thing to know. Okay, you can see some of my lights popping up there as well. Here is the short section BB at 1:20, and we've got a lot more detail perhaps in this one. It's from this one that we've taken our call outs for our details, and here's my detail sheet. That's how it's looking so far. And again, all of that has to be filled in. All the notes need to go in that, and we'll probably cover some of that on Friday as well. And then here is my services sheet, and we talked about. So here's my each of the plans has the flow and return, the hot and cold, and there's still some electrical items sitting in there. And again, all the notes need to go in for the drainage and for the hot and cold and all of that type of stuff. And a little legend at the side here as well, which will account for all 3 areas there. So if I go back into my detail sheet, little gap there. Now I'm not 100% sure what Tom had in mind to put in there, but I'm going to show you something that I think might be useful to go in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a call out here. This is going to be, it's going to end up being a 3D call out. So I'm going to view, I'm going to call out here, and I'm just going to start off by taking a rectangle like so, select it, and I'll just move the tag up there. All right, so that's a plan call out. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into a 3D view, and I'm coming over to the cube. I'm right clicking here to get that sub menu. I'm going down to orient to view floor plans, and I'm looking for that one there. See that? That's the call out I just created. Now, so it looks pretty plain, doesn't it? Not a lot to show there, but until you hit the corner of the 3D view, the TL here, and what we've got now is an interesting section box happening here, and I'm dragging it up. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to orbit a little bit. So this is the bit that I'm interested in, and I'll bring this down here so I can get the foundations in there as well. Now, there's not an interesting view. So what we're getting here is kind of a 3D view of those kind of call out details that you were doing. And I think they're interesting to look at in that sense there. And we've got part of our trusses coming in here as well. We have to rectify that detail. We'll be doing that probably on Fridays as well too. Now, so you've created that. The only thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to select this section box now. I'm just going to say hide and view element. And what I can do as well here now is I can lock down this view. And here it is here. Lock. So if I click on it, save orientation and lock the view. All right. Now it's at a 1:100 scale, so just remember that as well. It's called that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, it doesn't like some of these things here, and so we'll just do plan 3D call out. Plan 3D call out. All right. Now this should be in my 3D families up here. My 3D areas here are probably there. It is there, right? So I'm going to shift it now. I'm going to move it up to the whip, and I'm going to put it into my 3D views. Okay. Now I'll go back to my detailed view here, and I'm going to pull that detail across like so. Okay, now you thought it was a little bit small, so you can see it there. What I'm going to do now is right click. I'm going to activate that view, and I'm going to change that to A1 is to 50. Okay, and it's still leave it a little bit small, so 20. Yeah, that'll fit in nicely. So I'll deactivate the view there now. So that is now at A1 is to 20. Okay, and let's just pull this up here, swap it out for that one there, and you're getting a nice, interesting view there. Now, if I go back into that, and the reason that I showed you how to lock this view, okay, is I can now go in and tag some of the notes here. So multicat by that, okay. Now there you go, isn't that cool? Now the only reason that I can do that now, right, is because I had it locked and in position. Okay. And again, you're seeing the huge advantage of your tags happening here now. And so just pull that one out there. There's a party wall. Okay. Got a few question marks coming up here, and I should really fill those in. Again, fill in the properties of those. Letter B, all right, and so on like that, back into the detailed view, and you can see those tags are coming up there. That nice? Okay.